Some people are awakening, but instead of becoming free, they're getting trapped in a new kind of system. It looks spiritual, but it still smells like fear, superiority, shame, and unprocessed trauma. Religion told them they weren't worthy. White supremacy told them they weren't divine. The world told them to shrink, obey, and assimilate. So when awakening finally begins, it feels powerful, and it is. But without grounding, healing, or shadow work, that power mutates into a new trap. We're the only chosen ones. Everyone else will be destroyed. If you don't eat like me, you're lost. If you question this, you're still asleep. They escape one matrix and get locked into a spiritual ego matrix. True spiritual awakening doesn't lead to domination or superiority. It leads to sovereignty, but also humility. It reveals your own power without needing others to be less. If someone's awakening requires others to burn in order for them to rise, they're not in Christ consciousness. They're in a wounded loop, repeating the same patterns of exclusion, just with new language. Watch for these subtle traps. Oversimplified truths used to shame. New hierarchies that mirror old ones. Fear-based diets, doctrines, and dogmas. Obsession with race or chosen status as the only path. These aren't signs of ascension. They're signs of unprocessed trauma in spiritual clothing. And to those asking, are Black people supposed to just let it go? No. That's spiritual bypassing. That's gaslighting. That's erasure. You're not here to forget it. You're here to alchemize it. The rage, grief, and generational memory, it's sacred, not for revenge, for divine reclamation. What divine reclamation looks like: first, reclaiming the mind, unlearning lies of inferiority, shame, or spiritual unworthiness. Remembering that ancient wisdom lived in your DNA before colonizers even had language for it. Letting joy, not just trauma, be a teacher. Second, reclaiming power. Building legacy, land, and wealth, not for ego, but for liberation. Choosing ownership, not dependency. Third, reclaiming spiritual authority. No middleman, no permission needed. Your intuition isn't crazy, it's coded memory. Your practices were sacred long before they were demonized. Fourth, reclaiming identity. No longer shrinking to fit whiteness, capitalism, or colonized religion. Living fully in your softness, strength, divinity, and rage. And last, reclaiming the bloodline. Healing the trauma passed down so it ends with you. Loving your people without always trying to fix them. You don't have to carry the burden of healing everyone you care about. You don't have to force their awakening. You don't have to drag them out of their pain. And honor your ancestors, not just by mourning them, but by living so fully that they rise in you.